Hello there. I'm here again to our MDJ. Today I do not want to talk following a prompt. I just want to um, try to talk a bit about my strategies, my current strategies for learning English mainly and to also learn French. Well, I've been spoken a lot about what are my strategies here, and um, just want to remember the strategies of French and to update the strategies for um, English. All right. So for French, I still using two main strategies. The first one is basically um, comprehensible input. I'm using the Dreaming French website alongside YouTube to have 30 minutes of comprehensible input daily. And also I'm using my second strategy as using flashcards, pre-made flashcards to learn French. Mainly I'm focused in pronunciation with French, like my French pronunciation, starting to grasp the concept of the French pronunciation and trying to do the vowels properly. But also, I'm worried with the meaning of the vocabulary that I'm learning. I'm trying to get better into my vocabulary, so have a better vocabulary overall. And also, I'm worried with writing. I want to be able to write the words properly, obviously, and to do so, I'm using flashcards as well. All of this is in one single program that is dual cards. Is basically what I'm using for my French. I do not want to use my Enki deck my Enki deck for French because it doesn't have a proper way to do it in a simple way to do it. So there isn't a proper simple way to do it. If I want to do the flashcards, I will want to do it properly, and I don't see that Enki has a easy way to do it. If you guys can see me here, you will realize that I'm not talking looking to the camera, but I'm looking to the side here because I'm looking. Oh, that my lamp is is blinking for some reason. Well, I'm not looking to the camera, I'm looking to the side so I can see my mouth pronouncing the words and the sentences and the sounds and see if they are uh, sounding properly. Well, getting back into what I was saying, for my French is basically that I'm not doing anything else, and I do not want to do anything else. I just want to be able to to again use French later. For now, my main goal is English, and English is the language that I want to master. I do not want to have like a good level of proficiency only. I do not want to be able to do some things here and there only. I want to be master of English, you know? I want to get to C2 native like level. I want to have my C2 certificate and also be able to talk English almost as a native. I'm not chasing to lose my identity and my culture. I'm not uh, trying to fade away my native language, but I want to become proficient in English in such a way that it is almost second nature. Well, I'm targeting the British accent mainly. As you can see, I'm trying to do the sounds properly, and I want to have this RP pronunciation type of thing, you know, looking to that, trying to have this pronunciation properly. Well, getting back to English, I'm trying to follow the strategy for English that I've mentioned before, basically composed by or six um, core areas. There is four core areas and two auxiliary areas. That is just that's not gonna work. Sorry. The four core areas are listen, speaking, writing, and rhythm, and the other two are grammar and vocabulary. I like to describe in this way because in this way I can think in each skill as some different skill, and then I can organize how I should study and how can I approach the skill itself. For my reading, let's start there. I'm not doing much. I'm started today to read The Strange Case of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde because I want to have contact with the language that's produced by someone, like written language. I mean, I want to have contact with it, and the way that I have to do this is through my books. So I have some books here that are in English and I want to approach them properly. I'm doing my reading mainly for improve my pronunciation because for my speaking is the more important part for me now is my pronunciation. I want to first sound um, again there is some problem with my lamp here. I want to sound um, correct before say anything that matters. First, I want to sound great before properly study how to structure speaking more adequated, more properly. So to do this, I go there and I'm thinking a lot of pronunciation, right? That's the first thing that I want to do for my speaking. But from getting back for my reading is basically what I've said. I just want to have contact with the language that is written, and with that, go gradually exposuring myself for harder and harder language. I have, I think, 4 or 5 books in English here. Like I'm not counting my math books. I'm counting literary works. I have 5 of them, and I do not want to um, rush into finish a book because reading is not my main priority now. I have a reasonable level of reading. I can understand a lot of things what I read to. I have problems with literary constructions and with the literary grammar. But if you give me an article about something that isn't absurd, I will probably get it with no problem at all. An article, a letter, anything, I can read it, right? I have a good, this funny phrase, stating like that seems silly, but I can read in a reasonable level of English. That's what I mean. But my speaking is not as good as my reading at all. My reading is far better than my speaking. So first, I want to improve my speaking and my writing are the two main skills that I'm worried with. Getting back to my listen, I'm not doing listen at all. Like I'm not doing um, I'm not what I do mean by listen at I'm not listen at all is that I'm not having a specific moment into my day and where I just listen to English without doing anything else, but I'm trying to along the day have contact with English, and while I'm study speaking, while I'm worrying with my speaking in English, I'm also having contact with the language that is listened, like the oral language. So for that, I basically mixing up the skills, right? I'm not trying to listen to a lot of content, really. I think I think that I've been doing is that I have listened to contact to content while I was walking, and that was quite good because I didn't listen before a lot. Like I'm not I'm not being able to express myself very well. But what I mean is today I have listened to um, some podcasts on BBC, and that was quite great for me because I'm not listening that often. I'm not doing that, so I I've listened today, and it was very great indeed. Well, going back for my writing, I'm worrying with my writing now, and what I want my priority for my writing is to get the structure done. I want to be able, first of all, before looking to the minor orthographical mistakes and to the bad grammar construction, for example, I want to be able to build a reasonable level of structured text. I want to be able to write properly within the logical of that type of text. I'm mainly doing mini essays for now, and I'm more. Maybe I will talk about this later, but I'm working on have them all in a log in which I can see the essays that I've been doing, and for that I'm using Obsidian. Basically, I put all my things there on Obsidian. So when I'm writing, I go there on Obsidian and I do write down all the words that I've been thinking of. Why I'm constructing sentences in this awful way, I cannot tell you, but that's basically it. So for my pronunciation, I got back into flashcards. I've said that I was not using flashcards anymore for my language learning, but I'm most worried with my pronunciation now for my speaking. So I want to master pronunciation in my speaking and later move on to other parts of the pronunciation of speaking actually. And the same applies to writing. I want to first get really good in structure, be able to write properly, to write paragraphs in the right length without getting too long or too short, and to write it in a very concise and clear way in structure. And later I will go to grammatical construction, orthography, those type of stuff. I will do it this all this I will do it later. For now, those are my main worries and my main um, forms of study language. I will talk more about that later. See you guys um, later also. And basically, that was the video for today. My daily journal. I think that's the sixth, seventh, sixth, eighth. I have no idea actually, but I've been published this video here into my daily journal series. It is really important that I'm recording this so I can see my progress and you guys can be motivated too if is there anyone watching it. So see you guys later. Bye.